Hey guys, this is D Mace, your ranter. Welcome to D Mace's The Rant, and today I want to talk. I'm going to be doing two videos today. One video is going to be Star Wars, the other video is going to be for Secret Invasion. So stay tuned for that one as well. First video we're dropping right now is going to be the Star Wars. Man, hold up. Star Wars Clone Wars animated series. It's a mouthful. Star Wars Clone Wars animated series on Disney Plus. I just rewatched that. Now I've seen this maybe 3 or 4 times. For me, sometimes what I do is I'm kind of watching stuff kind of in the background as I'm doing other things, so I'm missing certain parts of certain things. Sometimes I do that. I sat down this time and intentionally sat through the Clone Wars animated series. And what I found was absolutely wonderful. When you have an opportunity, if you have not seen that, check it out. If you don't want any spoilers, I'm going to spoil it. So I need you to log off, come back after you watched it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check it. Spoiler alert. So, Star Wars Clone Wars, man, it follows the life of when the clones came into place and how it was all set up where the clones were supposed to be the army or the protection for the Jedi. But what was happening is all along, Chancellor Palpatine, the Sith Lord, was behind the scenes working all this stuff like in the movie. But anyway, the reason why I bring this particular animated series up is because I love the pacing of this. I love the creativity. I love the writing. I love the depth of this thing, man. This thing was deep. So check it out, but it just follows that. But the thing I really wanted to get on here to talk about was not necessarily the first episode or anything like that. It was the last episode of the series. The last episode of the series, of course, you know, in this particular universe, this is where Ahsoka came in, and she was Anakin's Padawan. So, of course, she had to end up leaving for a little while because of some disturbances that took place with Jedi and some misconfusions and all that kind of stuff. Check it. I'm telling you, it's deep. Check it out. She leaves for years. She has to come back. Excuse me. She has to come back now because she's trying to figure out some other stuff that's happening right now because they're bringing the Mandalorians in and all this other kind of stuff. But the thing I'm trying to get you to hear, man, this story was so deep. I can't even put words to it. This story was so deep that you saw people trying to warn them. Like these are like Darth Maul and different ones. Some of the clones were even trying to warn them, like some crazy stuff going on behind the scenes that y'all don't know about. And the Jedi, I love the Jedi, but they could be really, really stupid sometimes. Connected with the Force, all that other kind of stuff, but you miss it, you miss it, you miss it. They missed it with Palpatine. Missed it. They can be so stupid sometimes. Anyway, so Darth Maul is fighting with Ahsoka, and he's trying to tell her he knows what's going on. Anakin is going to be a pawn, and he is going to be used, and is being used for the Supreme Chancellor's views and trying to get him to be evil. He's trying to tell her that. She don't believe it. She's like, I don't know, Anakin, he wouldn't do that. So these people are really trying to tell, and nobody's listening, that Anakin is turning dark. But the wonderful thing about this part, man, is like when they get on this ship, like they're coming back after capturing Darth Maul, and they're taking him, you know, to the planet to be arrested and all this other kind of stuff. On the way back, Ahsoka's sitting there, and she's looking out into the stars, and they're in light speed right now. She's looking out into the stars, and so she all of a sudden gets a thing from the Force, letting her know Anakin did something really, really bad. Now, the wonderful thing I love about this is the continuity they have, man, because they're tying it to when Anakin pushed or did whatever he did to Mace Windu. Whether or not he's dead, that's still up in the air. We're going to find that out. To what he did to Mace Windu when he pushed him out the window trying to save Chancellor Palpatine, or the Sith. when he was under that influence. And so she got a jolt of this, and she was like, something's wrong. She goes back to Rex, who is one of the clones. And she says to Rex, as her and Rex are like this, she says, Rex, I know what's going on. Something's happening bad with Anakin. But by this time, Order 66 has now come in place, which is Chancellor Palpatine's order to the clones to destroy the Jedi. So now Rex is now under the control of the Sith. So him and what's the name are kind of battling it out. She gets him back on track eventually through a lot of different means. But this pacing for this, man, was so awesome. The writing for this, the continuity for this, the direction, everything was on point. It gets the kiss. It gets that kiss, man, because this was such a beautiful, and like you could feel the the tension. Like you're watching, but you're kind of like, I'm not going to rest because I feel something really uneasy about to happen, and so it does. And this is just this whole thing now. But what ends up happening is we cut to the last part. The ship that they were on crashed and everything like that because her and Rex fought off all the clones and everything like that, and they escaped. And so they came back to bury all the clones who had died in the crash. They did that, and she looks at her lightsaber. She drops her lightsaber there, and then they leave. Now time passes on, and now you see Darth Vader coming, the new Darth Vader. This is shortly after he becomes Darth Vader. Him and the stormtroopers, and it's snowing and everything like that at this particular time. And he comes to the wreckage where they were, and he sees Ahsoka's lightsaber, and he picks it up. He lights it up, and then he turns around and he goes back onto his ship. Man, this was a beautiful, beautiful show. Loved it. We'll watch it again. I'm encouraging you to watch it. I'm telling you, man, the pacing, the continuity of it. I'm not doing it justice. You have to check it out for yourself. You will enjoy it if you are a Star Wars fan. So that is it for me today. D-Mace the Rant. Stay tuned for my next video for the Secret Invasion. It may not be this long. All right. Have a good day, guys. Be blessed.